Welcome back, everybody, to Raw as Ginger. And guys, it's great having you here. We don't have any other gingers except Debbie, who is sort of ginger just now.
Technically, I'm ginger by blood,
Oh,
like
well.
family history of it. So I'm a quarter ginger and fake redhead.
It'll do for this week.
It'll do. It'll do.
Works, it works.
But so, how's everybody been?
It's been all right.
Ah,
Um,
pretty much.
And what did you think of Monday Night Raw?
Well,
well,
Monday Night Raw was, it was good. I enjoyed it. John Cena
um,
definitely deserved it.
I understand why, but uh,
It's just
yeah,
gone
I'm glad
through.
we're doing this today.
I,
I mean, like you said, I can understand why they've done it. They want to make him a Grand Slam champion so that he retires in December. He gets to the Hall of Fame in April because we know
Mhm.
that's coming as well. We know that as
Oh,
soon as he
definitely.
retires, it's going to be announced.
Exactly.
That'll be
I
them
mean,
opening the doors for Chris Jericho as well to come back
It
to
could
become
be.
IC
yeah,
champion.
happy 55 years of Chris Jericho. Nicely done.
Hmm.
I just want Sheamus to get the Intercontinental title as well so he can also be a Grand Slam champion.
That would be
Yes.
pretty amazing.
It's well
Yes.
deserved, and also he needs to go into the Hall of Fame as soon as he retires, which is
Do you think
technically
that
next
might
year as well.
I've got a theory. Do you think that might be passing of the torch then?
It could be.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Because I was thinking about this the other day about how Sheamus has been coming back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, this is slowly him getting towards retirement, along with every other bloody member over the age of 40.
Yeah.
And like you
Hmm.
said, he's been having those matches with the IC title. This, like I said, this could be passing off the torch. And my theory is that he's going to be IC title by the Royal Rumble.
Mm.
That'll be pretty cool. That will be. I can see it happening.
I'm hoping that something like that happens because Sheamus also needs to be a Grand Slam champion. His career has been phenomenal
He deserves it.
Exactly.
and it's well deserved. As well as John Cena's career. I mean, they've both had careers that sort of ran parallel to each other, and they both need to be away from the game now.
The perfect send off. So
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
the perfect send off, man. They need it. They deserve it.
But speaking of champions who do deserve it, we're going to talk about champions who didn't deserve the run. And on the chat, I've put my list up, and I have great reasons for every single one of them. And it's not to belittle any of their careers. It's just that certain run. It just doesn't hit me the way other wins did.
Hmm.
Yeah. The one thing I found a common theme with all of them is that something has changed, something came about, an event happened
Yeah.
that made them go into the title runs that they had. Now, on that list, there's a few people that I do agree with. There's a few people I'm like, yeah, but this happened.
Yeah.
So there's one, and I'm like, I remember. So not to go into many details, there's one on the list. I remember watching it live. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. I'm not sure if anyone you can can read my mind, but I'm not going to do any spoilers into which one it is just yet.
So are we going to go through my list and you can pick out whether you liked it or whether you think that I'm wrong and they did deserve that? Because we've got 10 people to go through, 11 people to go through.
Yep, yep.
Go for it, man.
Well, we'll start at the beginning with Hulk Hogan in 1993, WrestleMania 9,
He was in my list, that man.
because he didn't. We had Bret Hart and Yokozuna. Bret Hart beat him.
Hmm.
Yokozuna beat Bret. Bret beat Yokozuna, and then it was a title match. Yokozuna got the win.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan's music hits. That was the first time I was actually disappointed to see Hulk Hogan come into the ring. I was 10 years old and I was disappointed to see Hulk Hogan because it's like, he doesn't
They
need
keep
this.
happening, go happen. Aye.
He's leaving soon, which he did the next year to go to WCW.
And this ties in with like certain events. I mean, like I guess this was most of the title runs on the list. Events happened first and then the title runs, but this is one of the few occasions where the title run happened because an event was going to happen.
Yeah,
Whether or not it was predicted or it was going to happen, or it's just like, oh, guess what? I'm going to do this.
Mm.
It's one of those things that this is my last chance to do it. But was it his last chance to do it?
yeah.
Watch that later.
So that's the only reason why I put. I mean, obviously, Hulk Hogan was deserving of titles because of what he meant to the industry. Was he flawed as a human? Definitely. Was his ability to carry the WWF into the next generation? And
No.
was he the greatest person to have that bestowed upon him? So definitely at that time. But in 1993, he'd had his run.
Aye, I
Yeah.
It
was
was
just about
time
to
to move
say.
on. Yokozuna, I mean, he was one of the biggest guys you'd ever seen in the ring for a long time. But he could move and he could wrestle
Aye.
and make anybody look good, including when you put him in a match with Bret Hart.
Mm-hmm.
That match was fantastic. Bret
Yeah.
lost the title, and then Hulk Hogan comes
It,
down.
it was a phenomenal match, though, man.
Yeah,
Aye. Hulk Hogan, when he came out, like just ruined it because you can't exactly what was going to happen because it was at that point he was at his peak, his career, like he accomplished everything. There were no
yeah,
need for him to come and just ruin it.
yeah. So that's why I've got him there in the '93 one because it wasn't needed. It didn't progress any storylines at all. It took the
Mm-mm.
Exactly.
it took the title away from people who could help bring the company into the next
A bit.
generation,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just taking it back to the '80s, the good old
Yeah.
days, and that's not what
Selfish.
it was needed then.
No, there was no, it was definitely during the early 90s. For one thing, he was going into the movie spectrum as well.
Yeah,
So it was like he's doing now to what technically John Cena's doing now with like his retirement run, because he's still doing stuff in Hollywood. He's doing this here. It's like Hulk Hogan, this is your time to wean yourself off. Then boom,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
WCW.
I mean, I've also written down Hogan in 2002
Yeah,
when he came
that's
back.
the one.
Did not
Oh,
need
WWE Undisputed.
did
Yeah.
not need him to be the champion. He had accomplished everything. It sullied the championship because it's like we don't need a 50-odd-year-old guy jumping about with the title.
No offense to Chris Jericho nowadays. Happy 55th birthday to him.
But we don't need it. It's,
No, it's true enough.
No,
No, back then, because all the young, it was all young wrestlers that were coming up that deserved the title a lot more than Hulk Hogan.
exactly. Yeah.
yeah. Because at that time you had people like John Cena, Triple H was still in his prime. You still had Shawn Michaels, who was sort of a mix between the old and the Attitude Era,
Mhm.
because he
Eddie
started in the
Guerrero.
'80s with Eddie Guerrero. We had Benoit,
Angle.
despite what he
The
did
Brock.
in ring
Hmm.
ability. Yeah, we had all these people, and they put the title on Vince's pal.
Yep.
But would you
Because
have it done with Ric Flair? Because remember, Ric Flair was coming back during this time as well. So would you rather have it on Hulk Hogan or on Ric Flair?
I'd rather say Ric Flair.
I would probably have said Ric Flair because he done more.
Wow.
He done more for the entire wrestling industry.
Wrestling. Yep.
Hogan only done it for
Himself.
WWF, WCW, and the money. And
Hmm.
Fair enough.
the
Fair
only
enough.
time I'd seen him actually have a decent match was some of his stuff in Japan. He was actually doing wrestling moves. It's like, if he can do this, why is he
Provides
not
it
doing
all
it
for me.
here?
Yeah.
It baffles me though.
He gets beat up for 30 minutes, hulks up, clothesline, clothesline, leg drop, done. We need to see entertainment. Doing that for like a career, it's like, it gets boring.
Not
Yeah.
that, but the leg drop nowadays, everyone can do a leg drop. It's not considered now as a
A big
finishing
thing.
wrestling move, when
Yeah,
nowadays you have fantastic wrestling finishes that when you think back to the 80s, yes, you got the elbow drop, yes, you got the power slam, everything else like that, leg drop.
yeah,
It's just plain old leg drop.
I know.
Yeah. Even Beef can do the leg drop.
No.
Put a little bit of weight on him.
Oh my, could you imagine that?
Now, if I had to do
That's
the
something
leg
to do
drop
on your
on you,
to-do list.
That's it. I'm going to tick it off. I'm going to try it.
Sold.
well, we'll move away from Hulk Hogan because we'll end up just talking about his ups and
Aye.
downs if we don't.
Yeah, that's
And
fine. That's fine.
the next, it really bugs me, this one, because I liked it, but it wasn't needed. He was a good champion to come in, take the belt off someone and put it on someone else because it's like this person can't beat them. And it was Bob Backlund in 1994.
I understand where you're going with this one because he was literally the boy next door local hero,
Yeah,
but at the same time, he has wrestled throughout the whole 80s. Similar to Hulk Hogan in that sense that he's done the majority of his run was during the 80s, a
yeah.
little bit of the 70s as well. And it's like,
And it's the fact that during that time he was the champion for 7 years, near enough.
yeah,
Mm, It's
He
crazy.
carried that title through all the territories because that's still they were doing the territories at the time, and it was Vince just coming in and then taking it off of Bob and putting it onto the Iron Sheik and things like that, and then making it like his territory and only that,
Mm.
and then
yeah,
and he carried that title as a face for the entire time. And then when he come back, they'd made him a heel because it would have made more sense to take the belt off of Bret, give it to Bob Backlund because Bob Backlund and Bret Hart have very similar styles, are very, very similar because Bob Backlund had trained with Stu Hart.
yeah.
Mhm.
So they were both technical wrestlers. And it made sense for Bret to drop it to Bob Backlund because people wouldn't believe that Diesel could beat Bret Hart because they'd never beat him in all
Aye.
the matches that they'd had. So it's like, Diesel wouldn't be able to beat him. Let's put it on to Bob, and then Kevin Nash can come in and just squash him. And I
So
understand
yeah.
why they did it, but they could have had Diesel coming in and just brutalising Bret
Aye, making him look quite strong.
and make him look strong, like what they done when Psycho Sid came in and they gave the title
Yeah.
to him. They made
Hmm.
him a complete beast.
Yeah, they made him a monster.
And it was believable because it's a big
Hmm.
guy. It's like, right, okay. They could have done that with Diesel because Kevin Nash was massive. And when you compare him to Bret Hart, who he was built, but he was toty compared
Aye.
to Kevin Nash. It's like, I
Yeah.
would believe that. I would believe that overall, Bret Hart's a better wrestler.
Hands down.
But Diesel
Yeah.
just came in and just stormed them, done him in, took the belt.
Cleaned house, man.
We didn't need Bob Backlund to come in and do that. I understand that Vince was like, oh, we can't have Bret losing because Bret was still the golden boy at that time. They hadn't decided, no, we're just going to screw him. But
Hmm.
it was just an annoyance.
I think it was more of a convenience rather than anything else.
Yeah.
So the title change of convenience. I definitely agree that they could just jump straight to Diesel, but at the time it was more down to convenience rather than
Mm-hmm.
anything else. So it was
Aye.
like we didn't like it, but we understand.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And again, not to belittle any of these people's careers because they all are Hall of Fame worthy careers.
Yeah.
But they
But
need to
it's
stop
just,
being selfish.
but they need to stop being selfish.
Yes.
Aye, they need
And,
to
Yes.
stop being
and speaking
selfish.
about selfish, the next person on the list had two separate title runs, and it is Vince McMahon
He's in my list.
with a championship in '99 and the
Mm.
ECW championship in 2007.
I just think they two were just pure power trip moves, man. Power
Yeah.
trip moves,
Yep.
especially the WWF Championship, because did he not end up losing that like 7 days later to was it Triple H or Stone Cold?
I,
Or then being up, sorry.
I think he vacated it because
Aye,
he's
vacated
like,
it.
I'm not a wrestler. So then why did you go in the title match?
Aye, I was just to put fucking
It was just to
views
put
up for them,
it
man.
was just to put yourself over.
Yeah.
Yep.
And again,
But,
with the ECW championship, he beat Bobby Lashley. It's like,
Yeah, right.
I
Come
know
on.
Vince is a big guy. Even in
uh,
2007, he was jacked to shit.
aye, but
Yes.
it
But
wasn't bigger than Bobby Lashley back then, though.
but seriously, beating Bobby, I know there was interference and all that, but still, there's not a
Bro, it's
chance.
now it was
When he came
madness, so it was.
when it came to the WWF run, because he did the whole the secret arc dude of the Ministry of Darkness build on with like the authority being the way it was like his own storyline being created on and then created more of a feud with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I know that it was completely a waste of time, but I think same with Bob Backlund, there was a reason behind it
Yeah,
to make him more of a villain than he was right more, and make Stone Cold Steve Austin much more of an anti-hero climbing
yeah.
up the basis line and whatnot. So
Aye.
I
Uh,
would say WCW, eh, but WWF, I understand. We may not like it.
yeah.
The situations around it was absolutely horrible, but when you look at it in hindsight, I understand why it happened.
Yeah. I mean, they done the exact same when Vince Russo won at WCW, and then he dropped the title the next day.
I know. I mean,
And
watching that.
there was no storyline for that. It was just he won the match, and then it's like he wasn't even in the match.
Where the
He won the
fuck
match.
did you come from?
It's
Just
like,
raw.
but WCW at that time they were trying everything. They were winning at this point. They'd started winning, so they could do
Mm.
whatever they wanted.
They were quite bizarre back in the day with some of their ideas they came away with.
And then they put the title on David Arquette.
Why not? Listen,
It
once a
worked.
wrestling fan, always a wrestling fan.
It worked for them.
We need to do a celebrity title run now. No, I'm not including Paul Hogan, Logan Paul into that.
Well, we'll move on for Vince McMahon because that's a completely whole episode to itself, talking
hmm
about his ups and downs and allegedly bad things that he's done.
Still the GOAT.
Oh, it's all
But
good.
my next person on the list, I have to say this before, I love JBL. I loved him when he was Bradshaw. I loved him
Yeah,
when he was Justin Hawk Bradshaw. I loved him when he was JBL.
yeah.
But the 2004 title run, I just didn't enjoy it. I don't think he needed it.
It was too long, I thought.
I think he was established enough that he could have kept the company running without the title.
Yeah,
hmm
And the only reason that they put the title on him is he was there and he was working and he was willing to work. Whereas there was other people who weren't willing to work. As Paul Heyman says, the only reason you're the champion is because Triple H doesn't want to work Tuesdays.
hmm
And that is technically correct
yeah,
because it was easier for Triple H to be on Raw because of the schedule that he was working there. And there
yeah,
wasn't enough people really that they wanted to push, even though they had the talent there. They had Edge at that point, they had Cena, they had Randy Orton coming up. They could have had all these people a lot earlier.
A lot of potential.
and they could have been
Is it?
building them up, but they didn't. They just put it on to JBL, and it was fantastic in that run. I just don't think he needed the title.
See,
Mm-mm.
it's controversial. I didn't actually have him on my list because I actually enjoyed his title run. And hear me out on this. During the 2004 was definitely a wee change from going from the Attitude Era to going to the next era.
Yeah,
During that time, you had Teddy Long being the SmackDown General Manager, which I have to admit was fantastic,
loved it.
especially when it called The Undertaker. Anyway, but during that time as well, you had people that controversy had a few controversial wins as well. Chris Benoit won the Royal Rumble. You had the rise of Randy Orton that was going against Mick Foley. You had a lot of people that were going from one extreme to another.
Mhm.
And JBL was like the villain that you needed at the time because he was a dick.
Yeah,
He was,
Mhm.
I am a wrestling god. And it was something that we probably did need during that time period because along that way, you also had Eddie Guerrero winning the title against Brock Lesnar. He was one extreme compared to JBL's title
yeah.
run as well. So
Mhm.
I would say I understand why he may not need the title, but I think I want to go against you guys. Sorry, I'm going to say that he needed that title run because of the fact that there were so many different controversies and so many different types of characters. He needed this character to be a dick to have the title run, and then when he lost it, it was a much greater oh hell. But that's when it's done. It's done. Done. Sorted.
Oh no,
Mm.
I can completely understand the reason why they did it because they didn't have superstars at that point on SmackDown, and JBL had been there since the Attitude Era. He'd been helping carry a lot of storylines. He'd done the APA stuff, and that was fantastic. And people he knew that they could get away with putting him in these stories, and he would go with it.
Yeah.
And I understand why they did it because they didn't want to push people and then it not work because they needed to try and build them up a bit more because Vince wasn't sure about any of them
Yeah.
because there was a few people that were like WWE guys, but a lot of the people that were there that could have had the run were originally WCW guys like Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit, and it's like he didn't
Mhm.
trust them enough. So I,
2000.
I, I can understand why you've said that he did need the run because it helped keep the company afloat. I can understand that. But I've said, like, in a previous video, that I think that Jinder Mahal's championship run was more significant than JBL's. And that's not to belittle JBL's career. I love JBL, all the characters that he's done, and I don't want him to come and beat me up.
Gotta get the clothesline for hell, man.
I'll make sure to film it and we can put it
Imagine
up.
Ron Simmons coming from the background going,
Damn.
damn.
But that's why I've put him on the list. It's not to say that I didn't like him as a
Mm.
champion. It's just I thought there was so many other people that they could have put it on to help build up, and then JBL could have helped build other people up to that level because he's the heel that could build people up to be superstars.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
aye.
that's the reason why I thought that it was a good title run because of
Yeah,
that. So it's like 50-50. You either love him or
it
you
is.
hate him. Yang Yangs.
Yeah,
He's Marmite. He's literally Marmite. I'm Marmite, but I love JBL.
Oh.
so moving away from JBL before he jumps out and clotheslines me, we'll move on to 2006. And I'm going to get hate for this, but I don't care. Rey Mysterio's heavyweight championship match.
That one's on my list as well, too, man. Aye,
The,
I agree with you on that.
sadly,
I
the
just,
only
Yeah.
reason they put the title on him in 2006 was because Eddie died.
yep, I was just about to say that as well, too, man.
This is what I was trying to explain beforehand. Events happened
Yeah,
and I was it was bittersweet.
yeah.
I was glad that he won it, but they could have at least prolonged it because I during this time I felt so sorry for Chavo Guerrero.
Mm-hmm.
They were uncle and nephew. They were tag team partners. I'm not
Hmm.
saying that they should have put the title on him because unfortunately he's not a known wrestler to do that for. It's the fact that you built storylines from his death. You made controversies about who loved him more, who supported him more. This was not needed.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Rey Mysterio could easily won a title a year later.
Yep.
Unfortunately, this could have run in the fact that Chris Benoit died the following year as well. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that, man.
Well, we're all in agreement with that one, but it
Yeah,
was the fact that Eddie died. They put it on to Ray because
they could have.
they needed the Mexican audience to have a champion.
Mm, so they
I
thought,
think this is
wait,
definitely going to
no,
be bittersweet for all of us.
Yeah.
Bittersweet.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on to the next one because I've
We'll
got a bit
move
of a
on.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, no offense, Ray, we love you, but no.
Well, the next one we're probably not going to spend too much time on either is because it's the Great Khali.
Yeah, move
Yep,
on.
on my list as well.
Yeah,
All
I'm
in
at.
agreement with that one.
He just, he did not deserve it. He did that again. That was just because he was a big dude and it was Indian. That's so racist. But the problem is again, they wanted to make a champion.
Yeah.
There we go, big monster coming in.
Next, yeah, I'm not even commenting on it. Like, no, sorry. The only thing I actually did enjoy was when he did the Punjabi match against Randy Orton. That was the only thing I actually truly enjoyed.
Yeah.
Him actually squishing the head of Rey Mysterio. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I remember watching that.
Well, moving
Oh,
on to the next one then is
Thank you.
Alberto Del Rio for 2011. As much as Alberto Del Rio is a great wrestler, he's not world championship material.
I'd say he's maybe a mid carder or even a tag team. No, a main eventer champion. He can't. He doesn't. He doesn't suit it.
A lot of his matches during that time were carried by his opponents, especially the matches that he was having with like Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler was carrying him in those matches.
Most of the wrestlers were carrying the matches. Even his ring announcer was doing more work than Del Rio. He came off as like
Mm,
pompous Mexican rich guy. To be fair, he kind of was at the time. But if it wasn't for his ring announcer, his specialized ring announcer, and all the gimmicky stuff he did in the background, okay, I'm going to do a wee imagery for you. Imagine Alberto Del Rio as Gaston and the ring announcer as LeFou.
I've seen the memes of that.
Yes. And I like Del Rio because of Ricardo.
Yes.
Yeah.
So are we in agreement that he wasn't deserving of the championship run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been pretty spot on with my list, I think.
Just want to say, not
Definitely,
doing
man.
too badly.
Yeah. Well, the next one might be a bit controversial because it is the game, but it's the 2016 championship run where he
You
beat
know,
Roman Reigns.
aye, that was another. I'd say that was a power trip move.
This is the one I hated from earlier on. This is
Yes.
the one I mentioned I hated. I'm sorry, but this grinds. Babe, if you're going to do grinds my gears on Triple H in this match, let me know. I am more than I am. No.
Aye, I know. I agree with that, man. That really
Ah,
grinds my freaking beef, man.
It was not needed. They could have
Nope.
got anybody in. I mean, they got Sheamus earlier in the year to beat Roman for
maybe
the
should have
title.
done it.
They could have got Sheamus in
Exactly.
again. They could have even put Rusev. They could have got him in. Give him a
But
run.
they didn't know
Because
why they were just trying to selfish.
at that time, Rusev was amazing. People were wanting him as a champion, even though people hated him. They hated Roman Reigns more at that point.
Um,
I've done Kofi Mania a year early. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
I'm not gonna say anything.
talking about Kofi Mania, Brock Lesnar in 2017, or in fact, Brock Lesnar from 2017 onwards.
Onwards.
Hmm.
And
Aye, that.
I'm going to double this one up because we've got Brock Lesnar from 2017 onwards. We've also got Goldberg from 2017 onwards. Didn't need them to have the title.
No,
It was
definitely not.
ridiculous. It went on for far too long with Brock having the
Yes.
title, with Goldberg having the title, and then
I love Peter Timers having the title, man. It was a bad power play, man, for the WWE.
yeah,
It's
it was
15 years too late.
exactly
15 years too late. Because even at WrestleMania 2004, going back to that year, you had Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. I'm sorry, but yeah, I am.
It still wasn't the best match. I don't know.
no,
You know
no,
what I mean? They still flopped. It's like they two should not. They shouldn't be wrestling each other ever. They shouldn't
no.
have. But no,
Yeah,
I reckon they have to. They wanted to come back, and that was the only way they were coming back, is if they won the championship.
yeah, in the
Aye.
contract signing.
Hmm.
Mhm. But them having the title, I mean, Goldberg didn't have it for as long as what Brock did.
That's true. That's true.
But that brings me to the last person on the list, and it's Roman Reigns from 2022 till he lost it to Cody in 2024.
Right.
Wasn't needed. He could have had the bloodline stuff. He was a part-time champion.
Yeah.
Six
Even
times, six, 6 times in 2 years he defended the championship.
6 times in 2 years, you
Six
said.
times in 2 years.
Holy Jesus, man. That
Some
is
of it,
bad.
some of the other matches they weren't even for the title.
Wow.
And half the
Yeah.
time it was like a Survivor Series war games as
Yeah,
well, like tag titles, that sort of thing. But
yeah. So he didn't need. They could have put the title on one of the Usos. They could have put it on Solo.
Mhm.
Solo was the enforcer. Put the title on him for 2 years.
And
Let him
let him
just come
win.
out and beat the crap out of everybody
yeah.
because that's what he was doing.
But
Whereas Roman
unfortunately, they
was,
wanted to create a legacy. It's the legacy, unfortunately, especially with the Noah family.
yeah,
It's can't it's one of those bittersweet ones, I'm afraid, because you cannot understand why they've done it. Because they
oh
want to
yeah,
try and create another legacy with another long title run. Because the last one, anything that was done was like go back to like Hulk Hogan sort of time, and then
yeah,
you got Bruno Sammartino before that as well, Bob Backlund as well.
yeah,
But I agree they could have put it onto any other member of the Noah family. But
yeah,
because WrestleMania was coming up, you had Seth Rollins, you had Cody Rhodes, you had Kevin Owens coming into effect as well. They want to make it
Mhm.
such a big thing for him to lose it.
yeah,
You have to admit, if one way to lose a title was at WrestleMania, and that's the best way to do it. The Undertaker got involved, The Rock got involved. Everyone in their energies is right. We're going to do this now.
yep.
I'm all about the imagery tonight, people. I'm sorry.
So I think overall, for the majority, we've been in agreement with these people who didn't deserve that certain run. And again,
Mhm.
just to reiterate, we're not saying that these people didn't deserve to have a title run at some point, because some of them did have great title runs,
Yeah.
except Alberto Del Rio. He never had a great run as a
No, it
champion
has.
anytime. I just, I really didn't like him. He was a JBL rip-off.
Yes.
Right.
I would.
He's on
Okay,
that
yeah,
one.
I'll go on that.
And if I say that I didn't think that JBL deserved it, Alberto Del Rio definitely didn't deserve it.
Oh man. Like I said, I think of everyone on the list, I think I do agree with most of them. Again, I think personally I really did like the JBL run because I looked towards the positives rather than the negatives behind that. But some of them I got, oh, I'm still fuming over Triple H. I watched that and I swear I could have thrown Chris, my husband, at the telly or someone at least. Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'd sort of stopped watching wrestling for like a couple of years before that. So I
Yeah.
was like, in and out. I wasn't like watching it consistently.
Mhm.
And then when I started watching it, it was like Roman going against the Authority, and then Triple H wins. It's like, what?
Ah, what the heck, man? We're back in
Why?
2000.
It's like you're going to make me no watch again.
I actually stopped watching it for the year. I ended up watching TNA for a bit. She had Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle over in TNA during that time.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, Royal Rumble 2017, AJ Styles. Hey, I'm watching wrestling again.
I mean, watching AJ Styles debut, that was amazing.
He's retiring and all.
Yep.
Oh, so sad, man.
I mean,
They're all gone.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch
probably
some up and coming younger guys.
What, Logan Paul and
do we
all
have to?
As long as it's not Logan Paul, I'll be happy.
that.
Well, saying that, you got like Sami Zayn that's still going on a bit. You've still got, albeit you got Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods still going about,
Hmm.
and whatnot. So there's still some good oldies there. I mean,
Yeah,
Rey Mysterio's back as well, hopefully.
Randy Orton as well. He comes
yeah.
back and forth every so often.
But
Um,
through all this time, we still have the Miz.
Exactly. Exactly.
If
the
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 if the
two-time Grand
Miz
Slam champion.
exactly, if the Miz doesn't
Oh,
go into the Hall of Fame, that's a travesty. Because
Yes, we'll boycott the WWE.
love him or hate him,
He's awesome.
people love to watch him.
awesome. Oh man,
Maybe give
what's
him
the
another title run.
which
Maybe he'll be
title?
John Cena's last opponent.
All of them, just put them all on.
He won the WWE title. He's won the IC title more, tag team titles more recently, US title, yeah, a time ago. But what was the last time he had a WWE run? Just when he had his wee pal Matt with him, Matt Ryder.
Yeah.
But
Did he not have a WWE title run during COVID?
mm,
Uh
I
He
think that
did.
was the IC title at one point because he did do a lot more IC titles afterwards.
yeah. He might
Ah.
have won it for like a day or something.
And
But it
then
was
Bobby came and
it's
destroyed
not
him or
like
something.
aye.
Oh, Otis. Do you remember when he won the Money in the Bank briefcase from Otis?
Ah,
Mm.
And he
yeah.
ends up using it. And then I think it was Roman Reigns came out instead. I can't remember, but I remember that little scenario.
Well,
To talk about stupid scenarios.
on that
Where
note, we're running really close to the limit. So we're going to have to round it up. And it's been great talking about the champions who shouldn't have been champions. And
albeit they're cracking wrestlers.
exactly,
Hmm.
allegedly for some of them. But we'll love yous and leave yous. And again, we'll see yous next week.
Yeah.
See ya.